The doctor everyone laughed at. The emergency transmission echoed across every inhabited star system. Estimated deaths, 11.8 billion. Infection rate, unstoppable. Time until total galactic collapse, 147 standard hours. To see more interesting stories like this, subscribe to my channel and tell me in the comments the topic you want a story on. The next story will be made on that. For the first time in recorded history, the mighty Galactic Medical Council had only one diagnosis. We have failed. On the capital world of Astra Prime, thousands of alien doctors stood silently inside the Grand Medical Chamber. The largest holographic display ever built showed hundreds of planets flashing crimson, each one consumed by the same horrifying plague. Victims didn't simply die. Their immune systems turned against them. Within hours, entire cities fell silent. Hospitals became graveyards. Even the most advanced nanobots and quantum healing technology couldn't stop it. One by one, the galaxy's greatest medical species admitted defeat. Then an elderly council member spoke words no one expected. Call humanity. The chamber erupted with laughter. The humans, the primitive species from Sol, they still use scalpels and chemical medicines. They'll only waste our remaining time. But desperation defeated pride. An emergency message was sent to Earth. 6 hours later, every government in the galaxy watched the arrival live. Thousands expected an enormous human medical fleet. Instead, a single white shuttle emerged from hyperspace. Silence filled the chamber. The hatch opened. One man stepped onto the landing platform carrying nothing more than a worn medical bag and wearing a simple white doctor's coat. Human representative, the announcer declared. Dr. Ethan Carter. The laughter returned immediately. One doctor, is this some kind of joke? Our hospitals contain 50 million physicians. What can one human possibly do? Ethan didn't react. He simply looked at the exhausted faces surrounding him. I'd like to see the patients, he said quietly. No speech, no arrogance, just 4 simple words. The quarantine wings smelled strangely clean, too clean. Rows of alien patients struggled to breathe inside transparent isolation chambers. Every species showed different symptoms, yet every one of them died within 12 hours. Robotic scanners floated overhead. Quantum analyzers examined every cell. Artificial intelligences generated millions of diagnoses every second. Still, nothing worked. An alien professor folded for arms across his chest. Our systems have already analyzed every molecule. Ethan nodded politely. Good. The professor smirked. So you've accepted defeat? No. Ethan placed his old leather bag on the table. I'd like the machines turned off. The room froze. What? I said, turn them off. The alien stared at him as though he'd lost his mind. Our equipment is worth more than your entire planet, and that's exactly why you're missing it. The laughter disappeared. For the first time, curiosity replaced mockery. Ignoring every advanced scanner, Ethan walked from patient to patient. He checked breathing. He examined skin color. He listened to heartbeats with an ordinary stethoscope. He asked nurses simple questions. When did the fever begin? Did appetite change first? Which symptom appeared before the coughing? The alien doctors exchanged confused looks. No computer had asked those questions. To them, patients were collections of biological data. To Ethan, they were people. Hours passed. He filled page after page in a paper notebook. Not a hologram, not an AI tablet, actual handwritten notes. Finally, Ethan stopped beside the youngest patient, a frightened alien child barely clinging to life. He gently took the child's hand. His eyes narrowed. Something wasn't right. The disease wasn't behaving like a natural infection. It was adapting, watching, learning. He quickly compared his handwritten observations. The pattern repeated across every species. Not random, intentional. He slowly stood. The council members watched anxiously. Well, one demanded. Ethan closed his notebook. You've all been treating this as a disease. It isn't. No. He looked directly into the eyes of the Galactic Medical Council. This plague was designed. The room fell into absolute silence. Even the machines seemed to stop humming. Before anyone could speak, Every quarantine alarm suddenly screamed. Warning, new infections detected. Unknown transmission source identified. Ethan's expression hardened. Someone wasn't just watching the epidemic. They were controlling it. The cure nobody believed. The alarms continued to echo through the Galactic Medical Council. New infections confirmed. 3 more hospital sectors compromised. Panic spread faster than the plague itself. Doctors rushed through the corridors while security teams sealed entire wings. Every hour meant millions of new victims across the galaxy. Inside the emergency briefing chamber, dozens of alien scientists surrounded Dr. Ethan Carter. You claimed the plague was engineered, one council member demanded. Prove it. Ethan calmly placed his paper notebook on the table. This organism isn't attacking randomly, he explained. It's studying every treatment you use. Each time your quantum nanobots attack it, the parasite adapts within minutes. An insect-like scientist slammed his claws onto the table. Impossible. Our technology has never failed against a biological organism. That's exactly the problem, Ethan replied. You've trusted your machines so much that you stopped observing the patient. The room fell silent. Ethan projected several microscopic images onto the central screen. Notice these tiny changes in the infected cells. The alien doctors lean closer. The parasite hides inside the immune system. Your scanners mistake it for healthy tissue. Every advanced treatment actually strengthens its camouflage. A wave of disbelief swept across the chamber. If you're right, another doctor asked, how do we destroy it? Ethan took a deep breath. We don't attack it. Confused murmurs filled the room. We trick it. He explained that human medicine had long understood how some infections survive by provoking an excessive immune response. Instead of overwhelming the body with stronger technology, Ethan proposed calming the immune system while using a carefully balanced combination of antiviral medicine and natural immune recovery. Several council members laughed. Primitive chemistry? You expect us to abandon quantum medicine for ancient human drugs? This is madness. The council immediately rejected his proposal. No alien citizen will be used to test such an unproven treatment. Ethan nodded quietly, then tested on me. The chamber became perfectly still. You would infect yourself? Asked the council chair. If I believe the cure will save billions, Ethan answered, I should be willing to risk one life, my own. Within the hour, Ethan voluntarily entered an isolation chamber. Scientists injected him with a live sample of the engineered plague, while thousands of cameras broadcast every second across the galaxy. At first, nothing happened. Then the fever began. His breathing became heavy. His heartbeat accelerated. Dark veins slowly appeared across his arms. The same horrifying signs seen in every victim. The council watched in silence. Several doctors quietly prepared a death certificate. But Ethan wasn't afraid. He reached for the medicines he had prepared himself. One by one, he administered the treatment exactly as planned. Minutes passed. An hour passed. Then something incredible happened. His fever began to fall. The black veins faded. His breathing steadied. The parasite, unable to exploit the now balanced immune response, started dying instead of multiplying. Every monitor inside the laboratory confirmed the impossible. The plague was disappearing. For several long seconds, no one spoke. Then the isolation chamber doors opened. Ethan walked out on his own, weak, exhausted, but alive. Across the galaxy, billions of viewers erupted into celebration. Hospitals immediately requested permission to begin human treatment protocols. This time, the Galactic Medical Council had no objections. Within hours, the first alien patients received Ethan's cure. Children opened their eyes after days in comas. Families embraced loved ones they thought were already lost. Death rates dropped dramatically across dozens of worlds. For the first time since the plague began, hope returned. The galaxy no longer laughed at the human doctor. They called him a miracle. But Ethan wasn't celebrating. Late that night, he stood alone inside the laboratory, studying fresh infection reports. His smile slowly disappeared. The numbers didn't make sense. New outbreaks had suddenly appeared on planets separated by thousands of light years. Worlds with no travel routes, no contact, and no infected visitors. That wasn't how diseases spread. Someone was planting the plague deliberately. Ethan looked out the laboratory window toward the endless stars. "This isn't over," he whispered. "Whoever created this has just started the real war. Humanity hunts the creator." The celebration lasted less than 6 hours. Emergency sirens interrupted every victory broadcast across the galaxy. New outbreak confirmed. 23 untouched worlds infected simultaneously. Source unknown. The hope Dr. Ethan Carter had given the galaxy was beginning to disappear. Inside the Galactic Crisis Command Center, a giant star map glowed crimson once again. Every new infection appeared in a different sector, separated by thousands of light years. An alien admiral slammed his fist onto the table. "This is impossible. No disease can spread this fast." Ethan studied the map without saying a word. "It isn't spreading," he said at last. Everyone turned toward him. "It's being delivered." Silence filled the room. "If someone can infect dozens of planets overnight," the council chair whispered, "then we're fighting an enemy, not an epidemic." Immediately, every recovered patient was interviewed again. Most remembered nothing, but a few survivors shared one strange detail. Just before becoming sick, each had seen small maintenance drones repairing spaceports, hospitals, or communication towers. At first, the report seemed meaningless. Then Ethan noticed something no one else had. "The drones," he said, "show me every recording." Hours of security footage played across hundreds of screens. To everyone else, the machines looked ordinary. To Ethan, one tiny detail stood out. They never recharge. The room fell silent. Every normal service drone returned to a charging station after several hours. "These never did. They aren't maintenance drones," Ethan said quietly. "They're delivery systems." Human intelligence officers immediately began tracing their flight paths. Using old-fashioned investigative methods instead of relying only on artificial intelligence, they discovered hidden navigation signals buried beneath civilian communications. The signals all pointed to one place, a forgotten star system erased from every official map. Within hours, a joint fleet of human and alien warships jumped into hyperspace. As they arrived, the truth shocked everyone. Hidden inside a dying nebula floated hundreds of enormous laboratories protected by automated defense platforms. Countless drones launched from the stations, each carrying capsules filled with the engineered plague. The epidemic had never been natural. It had been manufactured. A message suddenly appeared on every screen. An armored alien figure stepped forward, its face hidden behind a dark metallic mask. "You should have accepted extinction," the figure said calmly. "Our civilization has controlled galactic medicine for centuries. Every outbreak made worlds dependent upon us. Every cure made us richer." The commander laughed. "But we ignored one insignificant species. The humans. You still practice medicine with compassion instead of profit. You ruined everything." Without another word, the transmission ended. Moments later, the defense platforms opened fire. Space erupted into chaos. Human destroyers shielded civilian evacuation ships, while alien cruisers exchanged devastating energy blasts with a hidden fortress. Inside the laboratories, special forces fought room by room to secure research data before the enemy could erase it. Meanwhile, Ethan refused to remain aboard the command ship. Instead, he established a mobile hospital inside a transport vessel stationed near the battlefield. Wounded soldiers from every species arrived continuously. Human doctors and alien medics worked side by side, saving lives regardless of uniform or nationality. Watching the battlefield through the medical bay window, one young alien nurse asked Ethan a question. After everything they've done, why are humans still treating everyone equally? Ethan smiled faintly as he finished bandaging an injured pilot. Because a doctor's job isn't to decide who deserves to live. It's to save every life they can. His words spread through the fleet, reminding exhausted crews what they were fighting for. Hours later, human commandos successfully captured the central laboratory. Thousands of research files were recovered before the enemy could destroy them. But as Ethan began reading the data, his expression froze. One classified document carried a single terrifying heading: Project Final Evolution. The plague's creators had anticipated humanity's cure. They had already designed a new mutation, one that wouldn't attack every species. It would hunt only one: humans. As warning sirens echoed through the fleet once more, Ethan whispered the words everyone feared. They're coming for Earth. One night that changed the galaxy forever. The warning reached Earth before the enemy did. Across every continent, hospitals activated emergency protocols. Doctors, nurses, scientists, and volunteers rushed to their stations. There was no panic, only determination. In orbit, Allied fleets prepared for the coming attack. On the ground, Dr. Ethan Carter stared at the classified files recovered from the enemy laboratory. The new mutation was horrifying. Unlike the original plague, this version had been engineered to recognize unique human immune cells. The creators believed that if humanity, the only species capable of curing the disease, was wiped out, the galaxy would once again become helpless. An alien general looked at Ethan with concern. If this reaches Earth, your species will be the first to fall. Ethan calmly closed the file. Then we'd better make sure it never gets that chance. Within minutes, human laboratories around the world began working together. Universities, military hospitals, private clinics, and research centers shared every discovery instantly. There were no arguments over patents, profits, or recognition. For one night, humanity worked as a single team. Ethan noticed something hidden inside the enemy's own research. The mutation depended on one weakness. It could only multiply rapidly when the victim's immune system entered an uncontrolled inflammatory state. Instead of creating a stronger weapon against it, Ethan designed a smarter treatment. His protocol combined antiviral medicine with careful immune regulation, preventing the mutation from triggering the destructive response it needed to survive. The formula was transmitted across the galaxy in seconds. Medical ships raced through hyperspace carrying the updated cure. On Earth, the first infected patients received the treatment. Doctors waited anxiously. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes. Then the monitors began to change. Heart rates stabilized. Fevers dropped. The deadly mutation stopped reproducing. One patient sat up. Then another. Soon, recovery reports poured in from every hospital. The impossible had happened again. The final evolution had failed. At the same moment, Allied fleets launched their final assault on the hidden bioengineering empire. Without the plague to protect them, the enemy's defenses collapsed. The masked leader was captured alive and brought before the Galactic Senate. Standing before representatives of thousands of worlds, the leader lowered his head. "We believed fear would rule the galaxy forever. You proved us wrong." The Senate voted unanimously. Every illegal laboratory was destroyed. Every biological weapon was eliminated. Every victim civilization received aid to rebuild. When the ceremony ended, the council chair approached Ethan with the galaxy's highest honor. "Dr. Ethan Carter," she announced, "we ask you to become Supreme Director of the Galactic Medical Council." The enormous chamber erupted in applause. Ethan smiled politely. "I'm honored, but my patients are waiting." The council looked confused. "My clinic back on Earth opens every Monday morning," Ethan said with a grin. "People there don't care about medals. They just need their doctor." The room burst into warm laughter. Years passed. The scars of the plague slowly healed. Across the galaxy, new medical academies were built where students from every species learned side by side. The first lesson in every classroom was engraved above the entrance. Technology can save lives. Compassion saves civilizations. Beside those words stood a simple bronze statue, not of a warrior, emperor, or politician, but of a human doctor carrying an old leather medical bag. Visitors from every world stopped to read the inscription beneath it. The galaxy mocked the human doctor until he cured the alien plague in one night. His greatest victory was never defeating the plague. It was proving that true strength is not measured by the power of your weapons or the sophistication of your technology. It is measured by your courage to care for others, even when the entire galaxy laughs at you. And from that day forward, whenever a new doctor graduated anywhere among the stars, they remembered the human who had changed history. Not through conquest, but through compassion, wisdom, and the unwavering belief that every life is worth saving. The end. Thank you for watching my video. To see more such interesting stories, subscribe to my channel so that you can stay connected with me and keep listening to such interesting stories. Tell me in the comments how you liked it. Story.